Who doesn't want free stuff? We all want free stuff. Am I right? In this video, I'm going to tell you about a free software for your PC through which you can screen record your PC. So you're watching Electricus and let's begin the video instantly. I'm talking about OBS Studio. It is used for streaming as well, which I'm not going to mention in this video. It is used by almost every streamer out there. It is very popular among them. So now let's head to our PC and see how to install it and use it. Now let's see how to download OBS Studio. We have to choose our operating system either between Windows, Mac OS or Linux. In Windows, it supports only Windows 8, Windows 8.1 and Windows 10. It won't work on any other versions of Windows. Now, if you have a 32-bit operating system, then you need to tap on download installer for 32-bit. But if you have 64-bit operating system, then tapping on download installer will work. Now I'm tapping on download installer. Now I can just choose on desktop because it is not the app, it is a setup wizard. I can click on save. Now back to our desktop. We can clearly see that our setup wizard has been installed. Now we'll open it. Yes. Click on next. If you don't have any work, you can sit and read all of this. I am busy. I'll click on next and install. I will choose launch OBS Studio. Finish. Should open now. Yes, it has opened. You can clearly see it has a very simple user interface. It is set in dark theme by default. Under the control section, we have 5 sections. The first section is a scene section. Under the scene section, we already have a scene with no source. Sources are basically the thing through which your information or data comes through. Example, audio input capture, which is your mic, audio output capture, which is your speakers, and you have many other captures like that or sources. We are going to choose display capture as we are only going to record screen. I click on OK. Now, if you have multiple displays, you can choose the display you want to record. You can also choose whether you want your cursor to be visible in the recording or not. I will let it remain checked. Click on OK, and there we go. For your audio, you can add your audio input capture if you're using a desktop. If you're using a laptop and you want to use a built-in mic, then you don't need to add anything else. You can also rename your scenes or sources. I'm not going to rename anything. I'll just let it remain like that. Now I'm opening the settings of OBS. In the general section, we don't need to change anything. Only if you want to change your language, it's fine, or your theme. Next, in the video section, you can type your resolution or you can choose a resolution. I am choosing the resolution my display has because it's the best option. For FPS, it is better you choose the highest FPS your display can support. Mine supports 60. Under the FPS values, you have 3 options: common FPS values, integer FPS values, and fractional FPS values. In common FPS values, you can choose any FPS which is in the list. In integer FPS value, you can type what FPS you need. Like I will type 60. And in fractional FPS value, you can type the FPS you need in numerator and denominator. So here if I need 60 FPS, I need to type 120 in the numerator and 2 in denominator. So 120 divided by 2 is 60. If you want a weird FPS, you can choose fractional FPS value. For me, I am choosing common FPS values and I'll let it remain 60 FPS. In the audio section, you can see all the audio devices you have added, or you can also shift between those devices. You can also change the sample rate. You can shift between channels. You can also change the decay rate, that is whether you want an echo or not. If you have added any monitoring device, you can choose it from the list below. Basically, a monitoring device is a device by which you or someone else can hear what someone is speaking inside a soundproof room. It is a complex setup. You can also include the Windows sounds into the recording. In the hotkey section, you can create shortcuts for few functions like muting mic or starting streaming or recording. In the advanced section, under general column, you can choose whether you want your recordings to be processed better. Remember that by choosing higher preference, your CPU or GPU will increase. The higher the preference, the more usage of CPU or GPU, depending on through what you are encoding your videos. In the video column, you have to choose the best renderer you have. Under color format, you need to choose RGB, because after you choose RGB, you'll get a warning saying that color formats other than NV12 are primarily intended for recording and are not recommended when streaming. So we need to record and not stream. In the color space, we need to choose sRGB, as most devices are compatible with it. Color range can be partial. The remaining are for streaming and we will not go through it. We just need to click on apply. Now let's move to the output section. I kept it at the end because you had to know about the other sections before this. Okay, for this I changed the option from simple to advanced. Under advanced, you need to come to recording, and for type, you just need to let it be standard. You can change the recording path. You can change the recording format like MP4, but then it's better you keep MKV and then you can convert it to MP4, because I'll show you the reason. Warnings: recordings saved to MP4 or MOV will be unrecoverable. If you have power surge, you will lose the recording. So it's better you keep it to MKV and then you can convert it to MP4 or any other format you wish through VLC media player. Click on apply. After clicking on apply, you are ready to go. You can directly go and click on start recording and your recording will start. After you click on apply, close the settings and come back to the main screen. In the main screen, in the scene section, you can easily shift between scenes. In the source section, you can choose whether the source should be applied or not by tapping on the I button. In the audio mixer section, you can see the audio levels of every source of audio. The source desktop audio captures audio which is being played on your PC. You can also increase and decrease the audio levels, or you can completely mute it by dropping it to complete zero or by tapping on the sound button. You can also rename your audio sources by tapping on the gear option and click on rename. We're all set to record. Just tap on start recording and your recording will start. You can view your recordings by going to the video folder on your computer, which is found in the library, or you can tap on file and click on show recordings. Now you might think that I finished all the recordings in one day because I'm wearing the same shirt. But no, it's been almost 1 week that I started this, and this shirt is already washed and come back. I hope you like this video. If you learned something new, then please like this video and subscribe Electricals for more such computer related videos. Thanks.